My precious child, I am asking you to stop everything for the next 27 seconds. This is not a casual suggestion. This is not background noise for you to half listen to while your mind wanders elsewhere. I am speaking to you with an urgency that comes from love, not from impatience. These 27 seconds carry weight that extends far beyond their brief passage. I need your full attention because what I am about to tell you will reframe the entire narrative you have been telling yourself about your life. Give me these seconds not because I demand them, but because you have been searching for clarity and it is finally here. You may not have realized you were searching. You may have convinced yourself that you stopped looking, but your heart never stopped asking the questions even when your mouth went quiet. Why has this been so hard? Why does it feel like I am walking in circles? Why do doors close right when I think I am finally moving forward? Why do I feel so alone even when I am surrounded by people? I heard every question. I saw every tear you hid. I felt every moment you wanted to give up but forced yourself to keep going. And now, right now, in these seconds, I am answering. Not with platitudes, not with empty reassurance, but with truth that will shift everything if you let it settle into your spirit. This message did not find you by chance. Algorithms did not randomly decide to place these words in front of your eyes. A friend, a family member, someone who carries you in their thoughts even when you do not know it, felt something they could not name. A pull, a whisper, a sudden knowing that you needed to hear this. They trusted that feeling even though they could not explain it. That trust was my voice moving through them to reach you. I chose that specific person because I know you. I know which voices you have learned to block out. I know which messengers you would dismiss without a second thought. I know whose love you do not question, whose intentions you trust, whose care has proven itself over time. That is the path I used. Not manipulation, not coincidence. Intentional design, because you matter that much to me. You are here right now, reading these words, at this exact moment in your life for a reason that goes deeper than you realize. I have been trying to reach you for months, for years actually, but the noise was too loud, the distractions too constant, the pace too frantic. Every time I tried to speak, something else demanded your attention. Every time I created a quiet moment, you filled it with activity because stillness has become uncomfortable for you. I understand that pattern. I do not condemn it, but it has made it difficult for me to get through. So I orchestrated this moment with precision. I cleared the path. I quieted the noise just enough. I arranged circumstances so that right now, in this brief window, your heart would be soft enough and your mind open enough to actually receive what I have been trying to give you. My beloved child, I need you to understand something that will change how you see your entire story. Everything you have been through, every painful chapter, every confusing detour, every moment that felt like punishment or abandonment was actually me protecting you, preparing you, positioning you for what is coming next. I know that sounds impossible. I know you have spent years trying to make sense of why certain things happened. I know you have questioned whether I was even paying attention, but you were never forgotten. Not for a single second. I have been watching over you with an attention to detail that would overwhelm you if you could see the full scope of it. Every tear you cried alone in your car, I counted. Every prayer you whispered in the middle of sleepless nights, I heard. Every time you chose to keep going when every fiber of your being wanted to quit, I saw it. I saw your strength in moments when you felt nothing but weakness. I have been speaking to you all along, but my voice does not always sound the way you expect it to. Sometimes I speak through a song that plays at the exact moment you needed to hear those specific words. Sometimes I speak through a stranger who says something that feels like it was meant only for you. Sometimes I speak through the quietest whisper in your spirit that you almost talked yourself out of trusting. You called it intuition. You called it gut feeling. You called it coincidence. It was me. I spoke through your pain too, though you did not recognize my voice there. Pain has been one of your greatest teachers. It showed you what truly matters when everything else fell away. It revealed who genuinely cares about you and who only stayed when things were easy. That honesty, that raw truth, is sacred to me. I do not need your polished prayers. I need your real heart. I also spoke through your delays. Every time you thought you were behind, every time it seemed like everyone else was moving forward while you stayed stuck, I was actually holding you back from something that would have hurt you. Those closed doors felt like rejection. They felt like proof that something was wrong with you, but they were protection. They were me loving you enough to save you from settling for less than what I have prepared for you. My beloved child, slow down with me for a moment. I know your mind is already racing ahead, trying to figure out what all of this means, trying to connect dots, trying to create certainty out of mystery, but I need you to simply be here. Breathe. Actually breathe. Not the shallow breathing you have been doing for months while anxiety grips your chest. Real breath. Deep breath. The kind that fills your lungs completely and reminds your body that it is safe. Notice what you are carrying right now. Tension in your shoulders. Tightness in your jaw. A heaviness in your chest that has become so familiar you barely notice it anymore. You have been living with this weight for so long that you forgot what it feels like to be without it. You learned to function under pressure. You learned to perform while exhausted. You learned to smile while empty. I see all of it. In this moment, you do not have to perform for me. You do not have to pretend. You do not have to have it all together. I am not impressed by your ability to keep going. I am moved by your willingness to be honest. So be honest. Admit that you are tired. Admit that you have been lonely even in crowded rooms. Admit that you have been trying to convince yourself that you are fine when the truth is, you are barely holding on. That admission is not weakness. It is the beginning of breakthrough. Because I cannot heal what you will not acknowledge. I cannot lift burdens you refuse to admit you are carrying. Your strength has kept you alive, but your honesty will set you free. Let the walls come down. Let the pretense fall away. Let me see the real you, the one you hide from everyone else. I know what has been weighing on your heart lately. I see the situation that keeps you up at night. I know about the decision that feels too big to make alone. I know about the relationship that is draining you. I know about the financial pressure that makes your stomach turn. I know about the dream that feels like it is dying. I know about the fear that follows you into every new attempt. None of this is hidden from me. None of it surprises me. And none of it changes how I feel about you. You have been carrying these things like they are evidence of failure. Like they prove you are not doing life right. Like they mean something is fundamentally wrong with you. But they do not mean that. They mean you are human. They mean you are living in a world that is broken and beautiful at the same time. The fact that you are still here, still trying, still showing up, still hoping even when hope feels foolish, that tells me everything I need to know about the strength of your spirit. You are not failing. You are enduring. And endurance is one of the most powerful forces in existence. It is what turns pressure into diamonds. It is what transforms ordinary people into extraordinary souls. I have watched you endure things that would have destroyed others. I have seen you get knocked down and get back up more times than you can count. I have witnessed you choose kindness when bitterness would have been justified. I have seen you forgive when holding grudges would have been easier. None of that was wasted. None of that went unnoticed. If your heart is stirring as you read these words, if something inside you is responding even though your mind is still skeptical, I want you to do something simple. Type the word present in the comments. Not for my sake, not to prove anything, but as an act of agreement. As a way of saying, I am here. I am listening. I am open to what you are saying to me. This small action creates a shift in your spirit. Do it now. My beloved child, there is something I need to tell you about the season you are in right now. This is not just another difficult chapter that you have to survive. This is a threshold. You are standing between what was and what is coming. The old is dying. The new is not yet visible. And that in-between space is deeply uncomfortable. It feels like nothing is happening. It feels like you are stuck. But what is actually happening is that everything is being rearranged. I am repositioning you. I am redirecting your path. I am removing what no longer serves you and making room for what is meant for you. This process is not neat. It is not linear. It does not follow the timeline you wanted. But it is necessary, because where you are going requires a different version of you. Not better, not more. Different, stronger in some ways, softer in others, more aware, more discerning. The relationships that have fallen away, they were not meant to go where you are going. That does not make them bad. That does not mean they were a waste. It means their season ended. I know it felt like loss. I know it still aches. I know you sometimes wonder if you did something wrong. But you did not. Seasons change. People grow in different directions. And sometimes love means letting go even when it hurts. The opportunities that did not work out, they were not failures. They were redirections. Each closed door was me steering you away from a path that would have led somewhere you were not meant to be. The right doors, the ones that align with your actual calling, those do not require you to force them open. They swing open with surprising ease when the timing is right. Right now, you are in the waiting. And waiting is one of the hardest things I ask of people. Because waiting requires trust when you have no proof. It requires patience when everything in you wants to rush. It requires stillness when action feels more productive. But waiting is not passive. Waiting is active preparation. It is you becoming ready for what you have been asking for. You have been praying for change, for breakthrough, for relief, for clarity. I heard every prayer, and I am answering. But the answer is not always instant. Sometimes the answer is being formed in the waiting. Sometimes what you need most is not the thing you asked for, but the person you are becoming while you wait for it. My beloved child, I want to speak directly to the loneliness you have been feeling. I know you have people around you, but you still feel alone. I know you have conversations, but you feel unheard. I know you show up for others, but you feel unseen. That kind of loneliness is different from being physically alone. It is the loneliness of being surrounded but still feeling like no one truly gets you. I see you, fully, completely. Not just the parts you show the world, but the parts you hide, the doubts you do not voice, the fears you do not admit, the pain you downplay, the exhaustion you mask. I see all of it, and I am not overwhelmed by it. I am not disappointed. I am not pulling away. I am moving closer. You have been strong for so long that you forgot how to let anyone carry you. You became the person everyone leans on, and now you do not know how to lean on anyone else. You listen to everyone else's problems, but you keep yours to yourself. You encourage everyone else, but you do not let anyone encourage you. I am not asking you to stop being strong. I am asking you to stop carrying everything alone. Strength is not measured by how much you can carry by yourself. Strength is knowing when to ask for help. Strength is admitting when you need someone to hold you while you fall apart. Let people in. Let them see your struggle. Let them know you are not okay, my beloved child. There is a lie you have been believing that I need to dismantle right now. You have been telling yourself that you are too much, too emotional, too intense, too complicated, too broken. You have been told this directly or indirectly by people who could not handle the fullness of who you are. And over time, you started to believe it. You started to make yourself smaller, but you are not too much. You are exactly right. The depth you carry, the intensity you feel, the complexity you possess, these are not flaws. These are gifts. The problem was never you. The problem was that you were surrounded by people who preferred shallow, who wanted simple, who could not or would not meet you in the deep places. I did not create you to be shallow. I did not design you to be simple. I built you with layers, with nuance, with capacity to hold multiple truths at once. I gave you the ability to feel deeply, because I need people in this world who can connect with the depth of human experience. I gave you intensity, because I need people who will not give up when things get hard. Stop apologizing for who you are. Stop shrinking to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. Stop dimming your light because others are uncomfortable with brightness. You were not created to blend in. You were created to stand out. And the right people, the ones who are meant to walk with you, they will not ask you to be less. They will celebrate you for being exactly who you are. If you have been feeling like you do not belong anywhere, like you are always slightly out of sync with everyone around you, like you are searching for people who speak your language, I want you to know something. You are not lost. You are being positioned. I am moving you out of spaces where you were tolerated and into spaces where you will be celebrated. That shift is happening right now. You may not see it yet. You may still feel like an outsider, but watch what happens in the next few months. Watch who starts showing up in your life. Watch what opportunities start opening. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is me rearranging your life to align with your actual purpose. If you sense that something is shifting, even if you cannot name what it is yet, take a moment right now and hit the like button. This is not about algorithms. This is about agreement. This is you saying yes to the shift. Do it now. My beloved child, I need to address something that has been stealing your peace. You have been comparing yourself to others, looking at their lives and wondering why things seem easier for them, why doors open for them that stay closed for you, why they seem to move forward while you feel stuck. Comparison is poison. It takes your eyes off your own path and puts them on someone else's journey. Your path is different because your purpose is different. What I am building in you requires different circumstances, different timing, different preparation. Comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20 makes no sense. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for what I am preparing you for. Stop measuring your progress by someone else's milestones. Stop judging your worth by someone else's achievements. Stop letting their success make you feel like a failure. You are not in competition with anyone. You are in collaboration with me, and I am not comparing you to anyone else. Some people get things quickly because they need them quickly. You are being built slowly because what I am preparing you for requires depth that cannot be rushed. Fast growth is not always strong growth. Quick success is not always lasting success. I am not interested in giving you something that will crumble under pressure. I am building something in you that will withstand anything. My beloved child, we need to talk about forgiveness. Not the forgiveness you need to receive, but the forgiveness you need to give. I know there are people who hurt you, people who betrayed you, people who lied to you, used you, abandoned you. I know the wounds they left are deep. I know some of them have never apologized. I know carrying that pain has been exhausting. But unforgiveness is a weight you were never meant to carry. It is a chain that keeps you tied to the past. It is poison you drink hoping someone else will feel the effects. Forgiveness is not about them. It is not about saying what they did was okay. Forgiveness is about you. It is about releasing the hold they have on your heart. It is about choosing freedom over bitterness. I am not asking you to forget what happened. I am not asking you to trust them again. I am asking you to release the debt, to stop replaying the hurt, to stop letting their actions define your worth. Forgiveness is you taking your power back. It is you saying, you do not get to control my life anymore. Some of you are holding on to unforgiveness toward yourself. You made mistakes. You said things you wish you could take back. You did things you are ashamed of. You failed in ways that still haunt you. And you have been punishing yourself ever since. I need you to hear this clearly. You are forgiven. Completely. Fully. There is no debt left to pay. No punishment left to endure. Stop punishing yourself for things I have already forgiven. Stop holding yourself to a standard of perfection I never required. Stop letting your past mistakes determine your future possibilities. You are not defined by your worst moment. You are not disqualified by your failures. You are loved, you are forgiven, and you are free to move forward. My beloved child, as we come toward the end of this conversation, I want to speak to your future. The next 12 months of your life are going to look different than the last 12. Not because circumstances will magically change overnight, but because you are going to change. The way you see yourself is shifting. The way you respond to challenges is evolving. Within the next 60 days, you are going to have a moment of clarity that has been eluding you. A decision that has felt impossible to make will suddenly become clear. An answer you have been searching for will drop into your spirit with such certainty that you will wonder why you could not see it before. This is not me predicting the future. This is me telling you what I am already orchestrating. Within the next 90 days, watch for an unexpected connection. Someone is going to enter your life who feels immediately familiar. This person is not random. They are being sent at a specific time for a specific reason. They carry something you need: information, perspective, opportunity, encouragement. Pay attention to this connection. Within the next 4 months, a door is going to open that you stopped believing would ever open. Something you prayed for and then released because the waiting became too painful. I am bringing it back around, but it will look different than you expected. Better, more aligned with who you have become. Within the next 6 months, you are going to look at your life and realize that you are genuinely happy. Not pretending, not performing, actually at peace. The weight you have been carrying will be lighter. The anxiety that gripped you will be manageable. This is not because everything will be perfect. It is because you will have learned how to find peace in the midst of imperfection. Within 12 months, you are going to look back at this exact moment and recognize it as the turning point. You will remember where you were when you read these words. You will remember the decision you made to believe even when believing felt risky. You will see how everything that happens between now and then traces back to this moment. But all of this requires one thing from you: obedience. Not perfect obedience, not flawless execution. Simple willingness to do what I ask when I ask it, to follow the nudges, to step out when I say step, to wait when I say wait, to trust when I say trust. Right now, I am asking for simple obedience. Go to the comment section. Type this exact phrase: I trust you with my future. This is not a magic formula. This is a declaration. This is you speaking your faith out loud. This is you making a choice to believe even when you cannot see the full picture. Do it now, my beloved child. There are people who will read these words and feel nothing. There are people who will scroll past without a second thought. But you are still here. You have read this far. And that tells me everything I need to know about the posture of your heart. You are open. You are hungry. You are ready for something to change. I did not bring you to this message to leave you the same. I brought you here to shift you, to awaken something in you that has been dormant, to remind you of who you actually are beneath all the layers of disappointment and doubt. You are not ordinary. You never were. The fact that you feel different, that you see things others miss, that you carry depth others cannot access, that is not a flaw. That is design. The enemy has been working to convince you that you are broken, that you are behind, that you missed your chance, that it is too late. Those are lies. All of them. You are not broken. You are being refined. You are not behind. You are being positioned. You did not miss your chance. Your moment is coming. It is not too late. It is right on time. Everything you have been through was building something in you that could not be built any other way. Character, resilience, discernment, compassion, wisdom. These qualities cannot be taught in a classroom. They can only be forged through experience. And you have been in the fire long enough. The refining is almost complete. I am about to move in your life in ways you have not seen before. Not because you earned it, not because you finally got it right, but because it is time. The season is shifting. The door is opening. The breakthrough is here. And all you have to do is be willing to walk through it when I open it. Before we close, I want to invite you to do one more thing. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. The people you know are struggling. The people who need hope. The people who need to know they are not alone. When you share this, you become part of how I reach others. And finally, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Not because I need the numbers, but because you need the reminders. You need to hear these words regularly. You need to be pulled back to truth when life tries to pull you into lies. Let this be a regular touch point in your life. My beloved child, I love you. Not because of what you do, not because of what you accomplish, not because you get it right. I love you because you are mine. That love is not conditional. It is not earned. It is not temporary. It is permanent, unchanging, unshakable. Nothing you do can make me love you more. Nothing you do can make me love you less. You are seen. You are known. You are valued. You are purposed. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not too much or not enough. You are exactly who I created you to be. And I am so proud of you. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. Everything you have been through was preparing you for what comes next. And what comes next is going to be worth every tear, every struggle, every moment you wanted to give up but chose to keep going. Hold on. Stay faithful. Keep trusting. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will never leave you, ever.